thanks for the introduction and thanks for Xushen's invitation. And it's a great honor for me to participate in this online orientation section. And today I'm going to talk about graduate life in School of Chemical and Biomedical Engineering. As introduced, my name is Zhong Zheng. I'm currently a research fellow in SCGSE, but I was a PhD student from August 2015 to January 2020. And during my PhD career, I published 4 first author papers and 7 other co-author papers. So most of them are published in top journals, and I also have 3 conference presentations and 2 Singapore patents. So from the results, you can see I've spent a very meaningful and colorful life in SCGSE. To introduce SCGSE, I have to say SCGSE is not a huge school. It can be divided into 2 parts. And the first part is Chemical and Biomolecular Engineering, which is CBE, located in N1.2. And the second part is Bioengineering, which is BIE, located in N1.3. So BIE and CBE are combined together. They share the access and equipments, but the main entrance of SCBE is located in N1.2, and also the general office is there. So if you have any problem, you should go to N1.2 to solve it. If you want to arrive at SCBE for N1.2, you can take the right line and stop at the SBS, or you can take the bus 179 and stop at the CEE here. But for BIE, there's one more option. You can take the green line and stop at the TCT theater. So you can approve both of them in a short time. And today I'm going to talk about 3 aspects of graduate life in SCBE, so including study, research, and your life in SCBE. So the first part would be studying SCBE. So our school offers 2 PhD programs. The first one is Doctor of Philosophy, which is PhD. The second part is Master of Engineering, which is MEng. And all the research students are required to take courses in their first year. For PhD students, they are required to take 3 core subjects and 3 elective subjects. So, and MEng students are required to take 1 core subject and 2 elective subjects. All the core subjects should be taken in SCBE. And for PhD students, school prefer you to take at least 2 from SCBE, and for MEng, at least 1 from SCBE. So here is subjects from SCBE. There are totally 6 core subjects from SCBE. I have to say most of them are difficult. So what I suggest you to choose is Bio-nanotechnology, which is the simplest, the easiest. And for chemical part, advanced reaction engineering and advanced chemical engineering thermodynamics are complicated. So you should be cautious when you are choosing this kind of subjects. For other courses, you can choose according to your specialty. For example, if you don't like mathematics, do not choose advanced mathematics for bioengineering. And for elective subjects, I think most of them are colorful and interesting. You can choose according to your interest. But for courses like biomedical system design and the Singapore Stanford Bio Design Process, it takes a lot of time. So I don't suggest PhD students to take this kind of courses. After you finish all the courses in the first year, your CGPA should be about 3.5 or 5 for PhD students. This is a criteria for you. So be careful. If you don't pass 3.5, you will fail your PhD. And PhD students are also required to pass HWG 702 university teaching for teaching assistants before qualification examination. I will talk about QE later. And for Doctor of Philosophy, full-time students, the maximum candidature is 5 years. If you cannot graduate in 5 years, you can discuss with your professor and convert to part-time PhD. So the time will be extended to 7 years. But I hope you can graduate as soon as possible. The second part is research in SCBE. Research is group-based in SCBE and is quite diverse. So what I suggest you to explore the field that you are interested in and combine your interest with the advanced fields in your group so you can get more publications soon enough. Based on the equipment in your group, we also have some shared central equipment such as SEM, TEM, AFM, XRD, and so on. So you can choose according to your research requests. If you need more, you can also refer to the FACTS, which is located in the ABN MSE. The third part is life in SCBE. We all know that research is not easy, so you will face with some difficulties. What I suggest you is several things to do. The first thing is you should make more friends, because friends will be your supporters and will support you to go through the up and downs and achieve more things in your graduate life. The second thing is to collaborate and celebrate, because more collaborations means more possibility of results, and you should celebrate each achievements in your graduate life. And the third thing is you can participate in more events in your graduate life. So for here, you can see this is the NTU GIC treasure hunt event. I participated with my team and we won the second prize, which is a $150 voucher for us. So it is an unforgettable memory for me. And during other times, if you are free, you can travel and you can exercise. I've traveled around 20 countries in my graduate life, and I also play tennis, table tennis, badminton during the life, and inspire my research thoughts for traveling and for exercising. The last part would be the things that I suggest you to do as a freshman. So when you enter SCBE, the first thing you should do is to meet with your supervisor, then discuss with them about your projects. Decide the projects that you are going to do in the next 4 years, and then register your research program to school. So you can start as a SBE, new SBE. Then for SBE, you want to enter a lab, you need to clear the safety training. So after this, you can enjoy your life in SCBE. There are 4 important milestones for you to notice. The first one will be right now, you are newly registered, you are welcomed by the new environment, and try every possibility in this period. And after 24 months, you are going to face your qualification examination, which means you are confirmed to be a PhD candidate. This one could, QE could be earlier than 24 months, but no later than 2.5 years. So after you pass your QE, you are going to finish your thesis before 4 years. After you submit your thesis, you are going to have your oral defense. If you pass your oral defense, you are going to get your PhD degree. So many people tease that PhD means permanent head damage, but for me, I want you to take it a more positive way, which takes your perseverance, health, and dream. So I wish you have a colorful, successful life in SCBE, NTU, Singapore. So that's it. Thank you. If you have any question, feel free to ask me. Thanks.
Thank you, Zhongzhen. Thanks for your wonderful sharing about these 3 fields, study, research, and life in NTU. I believe our audience must learn a lot from your speech. So does anyone have a question for Zhongzhen? Please raise your hand or type your question in the chat room. And now I see one question already posted in the chat room. He said, as a SCBE PhD student, how many courses are suggested to be chosen in one semester?
So depends on the plan, but what I suggest you to do is to choose 3 courses in one semester. Because like you can finish in 1 year 2 semesters for 6 courses. So, but you can also slow down to like extend your period to 1.5 years.
Okay, thanks for your answer. Does anyone have more questions? Okay, so if no more questions, let's thanks again for Zhongzhen's sharing. Okay, thank you, Zhongzhen.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the chance.
Bye. Okay,
Bye.
now let's move to the next school. It's School of Civil and Environmental Engineering. We invite Xinda to share his experience with us. He's from Structural Engineering and started his PhD career since last year. And he will provide some useful tips in course registration, job hunting, and he will also give advice on how to pursue a PhD position. Let's welcome Xinda. Hi, Xinda, are you there? Yeah, I can see your slides now. Okay, you can start now.
Sorry, Xinda, it seems that you mute yourself, so could you unmute you, then we can hear from you.
Hi, Xinda, have you unmuted yourself now? It seems that there's some technical issue with our speaker. Let's wait for a few more seconds. Hi, 辛达。Maybe there's something wrong with his microphone.
Hi, Sina. We still couldn't hear you. So
Perhaps you can try to exit first, then join the meeting again. Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Let's welcome the next speaker first. And please try if your microphone is okay to use later. Yeah, it's okay, 辛达. So the next school is going to be Let me share your screen first.
hi, Lily. You unmute yourself. So please unmute. Then yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. So the next school is Interdisciplinary Graduate School. Some of you may not be familiar with it. Don't worry, we invite two speakers to share their experience with you. The first speaker is Juhei. She's from Health Tech NTU and was enrolled in 2018. Her research direction is drug delivery systems and biomaterials. Let's welcome Juhei. Hi, Juhei. Are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Can you
Am I
unmute
audible?
yourself now? Hi. Okay,
Am
I
I
can hear
audible?
you now. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Okay. If you have slides, please share your screen now, or you can just start speaking.
Yeah, I'll just start speaking.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. I am Juhi. As introduced, I am a third-year PhD student from IGS. I work in two schools, School of Chemical and Biomedical Engineering and Material Science, because my supervisor and co-supervisors are from these schools. And I am currently active part of the IGS Student Club. I would like to share some of the some of the things which I learned from my personal experiences and might help you. We don't have a PPT as we thought that you will actually be coming along with so many PPTs in next few years of your PhD. So we thought not to bore you with a PPT. I'll just share some of the points, and my colleague Apurva will also later tell you about some of the important points that we discussed. So the first one that I would like to discuss is about your qualifying examination. So one of the things that we have in IGS is the qualifying examination is to be completed within 18 months of your joining. So that is quite early as compared to other schools, and most of the time they ask you to complete it within 15 months. So I would suggest you to start focusing about your project basically direction more into your second semester when you are starting your second semester basically. So start asking your supervisor and co-supervisor to help you, visit them more and more often, and ask them that whatever you have worked, show them whatever you have worked, and basically let them know that this is your status and will be okay for your QA. Because if you do not start in basically your second semester, you will be late. So we need time for writing and approvals and everything. So second semester should be where you basically start collecting data for your QE, or also it could be literature review. So it's not very strict, but yeah, be prepared for it. Some of the people asked about the format of the QE. So it actually varies from center to center. We have like 5 centers. So for most of them, it's just a presentation. So for me, it was I have to submit a written report, And once that's approved, I have to present in front of my QE committee members. And based on my progress and basically my future plans, which I have planned for the next 3 years as my thesis project, they will decide if I pass the qualifying examination or not. If you have any more questions about that, you can ask in the meeting chat or contact us later. The next point that I would like to say is about the social life. So as previously mentioned by the speaker, social life is one of the important things that you need to manage, because PhD becomes more or less a very individualistic degree. So you are the only person responsible for your degree and everything. So it could be what it is, stressful at times. So what I would suggest is, as you are joining in a new batch, try to make friends of your own batch. So maybe a group of 2-3 people who you can call at any time or share your stresses with, because, and not seniors, try to not make friends with people of your senior batch, because they would suggest you, or you will feel that, oh, they are always in a better position than you, which is mostly because they are senior. So I would suggest you to make friends from, basically good friends whom you can rely on and share your experiences with, what's going on with you in lab or supervisor based issues, any issues. So because mostly all your friends also would understand this, and they might be also going through the same thing, and sharing always makes you feel lighter. Another thing which I would say is, you can always join the student clubs. So there are, as the Graduate Student Association, which is the biggest club, and then we have various school-based clubs. So IGS also has one of its club which is quite active. We keep on organizing various activities to engage students and basically help them interact with one another and make more connections. So that's always an option. And the last thing which I would say is, many people who are not comfortable with joining a student club or making friends, and but if they have any issues or they want to share something, they can always visit the University Wellbeing Center. They are professionals and they have a very uh, what I should say, a good way to basically help you with your stress or whatever your concerns are. So it's always good to share. And apart from your educational, basically your degree based requirements, I would suggest you people to focus on this aspect too, because if you're not mentally healthy, it would affect your degree negatively. So my colleague Apurva will share a few next points about the coursework that should be and how it should be approached, the coursework selection, and also about how you should try to approach your supervisor and co-supervisor, because in IGS we have like 2 or 3 people which are basically guiding us. So I'll hand over to Apurva now.
Okay, Apurva, are you there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, hi everyone. My name is Purva and I'm from IGS, and my research center is CELSI, and I joined in January 2019. And for me, it was like I'm still in the process of my QE, because we in CELSI we have two QEs. One is the written one, and the second one is the oral, as Juhi said, as Juhi told you about it. So for now, I will be sharing with you my coursework experiences. So for the coursework, I would say that you should be very strategical about how to choose your courses, and for that I would suggest that you should be targeting the courses that are relevant to your work, because as you study the relevant things in your courses, they'll help you in your research work also. And also talk to your lab mates, talk to your seniors in your department, in your lab, that how they did their coursework. It would be very helpful to you, because they have gone through it and they know about the courses, so they can help you that how to choose the courses, because in IGS you have a long list of courses, so it's very confusing sometimes that what to choose and what to not. So I'll say that you should be able to talk to your lab mates and your supervisor both, that how to choose your courses and choose them wisely. And as the previous speaker suggested, it's wise to take 3 courses in semester so that you can complete it within first year, and then you can focus on your research work. And also in IGS we have 4 graded courses and 2 are, I think, audit courses, but it depends on center to center. So I think it would be wise that you talk to your graduate officer so to talk to your regarding your coursework requirements. And next thing that I would like to talk about is the supervisor thing. As Juhi suggested, we have in IGS, we have one is supervisor, other is co-supervisor, and the third one is the mentor. So I think it's a very nice thing to maintain good relations with your supervisor, visit them monthly, share your readings with your supervisor, because then he can help you and he can guide you that how you should be proceeding in the next semester or next month, so that you can plan your work, you can plan your coursework. So it's very good to talk to your supervisor regularly. And also the co-supervisor, because it has many benefits. Like I can tell you by the experience of my friend Juhi, because she is doing her project under CE, but her supervisor, her co-supervisor is from SCB, and she can use all the facilities in SCB as well. So equipments and his guidance, everything is available to her. So if you talk to your co-supervisor, then you have benefits of both the departments and you have benefit of 2 experts in the field. So I think it's good to talk to them, both of them. And that's all. If you have any questions, then you can ask both of us.
Okay, thank you both for your generous sharing about the QE, social life, course registration, and communication with your supervisor or co-sup. I think it's important to socialize with others, prepare your QE in advance, and know more about course registration. So does anyone have questions need to ask? Please raise your hand or type your question in the chat room. Okay, so if you have more questions later, you are also welcome to drop it in the chat room. We'll collect them and give you feedback after discussion with our speaker. Okay, thank you both for your sharing. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, now Xinda is okay to start his sharing. Let's welcome Xinda. Hi, Xinda.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please share your
Okay.
screen now.
Thank God. So can you see the screen here?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, well, thank you. Good morning. So you know my name now, but if Mandarin doesn't make sense to you, you can just call me Jack. And this sharing is supposed to be for general audience, but some of the content might have more to do with CE students. And I will point that out and hope you don't mind. I will try to be quick because your questions are way more important than my content. So something about myself. I am working on Bayesian system identification. So basically what we do is to collect the data from ground structures such as bridges or electrical drives through which we are able to detect the state of the system. It's mostly about signal processing or data-driven method of dynamics. So those are the courses that I took. You can take a screenshot or something, and if you feel interested in any of them, please feel free to contact me. Look, I guess most of the audience are from master degree program, but I was never in a master degree program in NTU. But look, I will try my best to cover the following 3 topics. Let's get it started with course recommendation. So for CEE students, for good or not, you have got this privilege to take considerable number of credit from other schools. Say for example, for civil engineering student, you can take 5 courses from other schools, almost making it a double degree, which can be good. And there is a list of recommended courses. Some recommended by senior graduate from civil engineering, and some others by environmental engineering. Also, there are 4 courses taken by myself, and I personally recommend them for you. If you are interested in robotics but you don't know much about it, I would really recommend you to take this one, 6221, Robotics and Intelligent Sensors. It covers some very fundamental aspects of robotics, such as kinematics, robotics control, and machine vision. Also, this convex optimization is pretty good. This 7426, it will show you how to apply mathematics of linear system into, practical engineering problem. Also, the second part of 7207 is pretty good, which is related to random process. And the first part of 6803 is fabulous. It's computational methods. If you don't hate numerical method, you got to take it. Okay, so much for the courses. In terms of job hunting, well, first, higher GPA can help. And how to get higher GPA? Some of you might probably be wondering what is the screenshot here is about. Those are actually examination papers from past years, which you can easily find in your NTU system. Look, some of you might be like me. During the class, you think you have comprehended the whole course well, but only when you see those questions from examination paper can you really know what is the requirement of those courses. And another thing about job hunting, which is very important, is actually the internship. So one of my friend who managed to find a favorable job told me you cannot wait too much on internship, which means internship is very, very significant. So how to find an internship? Well, generally speaking, you can definitely randomly contact those companies of your interest, but actually very soon you will receive this kind of email which is related to the job fair organized by the university, from which you can tell which company are trying to recruit people from us, and you might find your chance there. In terms of internship, I would recommend you to find them as soon as possible. Look, I really wanted to show you the whole picture of job hunting for every single major. But what I know the best is about civil engineering. And you might know this industry is by far one of the industries that is not yet back to work in Singapore. And the last year was hard. So if you wanted to find a job here in Singapore this year, be prepared. Last but not least, so maybe some of you are interested in research project or even PhD position, but those two are actually very individually tailored activities. To find them is something you have to do by yourself, to do and learn by yourself. Generally speaking, you can imagine the principles. First thing first, be eligible. And the second thing might be, once you figured out what is your interest, you are supposed to touch base with your potential supervisor as soon as possible. But talk is cheap. To execute it is another thing. What I can do here is to show you the timeline of a real case who managed to find her scholarship last year. So it's on the right-hand side of the screen. Generally speaking, for the first year, she was like anyone else, merely took those courses. And at the end of in the early, January, after knowing the grade was good, she made some preliminary contact with potential supervisor of her research project, whom later becomes her supervisor as a PhD candidate. And at late January, she was like many others, applied for one kind of scholarship. And it was written here. After 3 months, she managed to know she was accepted. Her proposal was accepted. And you can tell here, during the 3 months, you knew absolutely nothing about it, the progress, which can be terrifying. But you know what? There is actually maybe a better way to to find your scholarship. You might probably receive this kind of email at mid of April, and you may contact those people who are looking for PhD candidate by yourself, which is more straightforward. Okay, those those are items that I have prepared for you. Any questions?
Thank you, Xinda. We have one question in the chat room. Chen asked, is 6803, the course, is going to be offered in the next semester as well?
Well, that is a really good question. I'd say you have to check it by yourself in the GS Link system. If you can find it, then it would be offered next semester. If it is gone, then you may not be able to find it. Or maybe it was moved to the next semester, second semester. It happens. Thank you for the question.
Yeah, okay. And I'd like to mention that for master students present who want to become a PhD candidate, I'd like to welcome you to also, you can try to apply for IGS apart from your own school. Since it aims at developing interdisciplinary study, I believe you will also find more possibility for future in IGS. Okay, thanks for your sharing, Xinda.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. So then let's see the next school. Okay, we have two speakers from electrical and electronic engineering. Firstly, let me introduce Chunfei. He has been in NTU for 3 years from 2017, and his research direction is application of carbon material in microelectronics and electromagnetic isolation. Now let's welcome Chunfei. Hi, Chunfei. Are you there? You can unmute yourself now.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see both of you. Okay.
Yeah. So we are together to.
So let me also introduce the next speaker,
Sure.
Shvara. He's also from EEE, and his research direction is wireless communication systems for metro trains. You can start your speaking now.
Hi, I'm Chunfei.
I'm Shravan.
Yeah, so we are the representative from EEE GSE Cup in this sharing session today. So first, let me share our screen to share with you some of the notes we prepared. This one.
Okay.
No. Sorry. Yeah. Are you looking at my screen? Hello?
Yes, I can see your screen now. Please start.
So,
thank you.
Yeah, so I think in this sharing session, the most important message I want to share is this AAA freshman orientation. The same goes for other schools. You need to attend your freshman orientation just to learn how to do your administrative process and about the course structure which you are enrolled in. So for EEE, the freshman orientation is to be on tomorrow, and it starts in the morning. So please go back and check your Outlook, your mailbox. If you haven't registered, make sure you register and attend the orientation tomorrow. So why you should attend this is to learn about some of the notes here. For master student, you learn about, because master student are divided for EEE, master student are divided for Master of Science and Master of Engineering. So these two master courses will have different course structure. And for PhD, normally we are the same with other schools. You have to clear 6 courses, which consists of 18 AUs before you get your qualifying examination. And what is qualifying examination is you also will learn this in the orientation tomorrow. So I don't want to spend too much time on this because this is part of the administration procedure. And for AAA courses, we have we divided them into 6,000, 7,000, and 9,000 series. So I believe you already have the access to the course list. So from there, you can see, like, if the first number is 6, then yeah, it's a 6,000 series for master students and 7. But for PhD students, you can also take those because you don't need to take clear 7,000 courses to clear your 18 AUs. So you'll learn more about this in tomorrow, which I will just give you a glimpse of it today. And also tomorrow, you'll need to check if the lessons you are interested in will be conducted on site or online. On site means it's a physical lecture. You can go there and attend the lecture, interact with the lecturer, ask some questions. If it's online, you need to go to this NTU Learn website to watch the recording. And from there, you can also get some course content like lecture notes, assignment, something like that. So tomorrow, I think the most important thing is also the procedure for course registration. Because for this year, the procedure changed because of the pandemic situation. So we have to really check how to do your course registration properly. Otherwise, you make your life a bit harder. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Chunfei. And I have something to share with you regarding the social life and career events and how our club would help you in career events. So first, let's start with the social life in NTU. I'm here from last 3 years, active participant of all the student clubs. So first of all, Singapore is the most beautiful country and a tourist country. You get many tourist spots to visit on weekends and have fun. And NTU is one of the beautiful universities in the world. So you get good sports complex, lots of greenery. You can run around the campus. It's like 6 kilometers, and my good swimming pool and many other facilities. You'll be busy with the sports events whole day if you get time. Need not to worry about the stress in your student life, whether you're doing masters or PhD. And there'll be many workshops, not just career oriented workshops like cooking workshops, sports workshops. So I learned how to make a pizza after coming to NTU. So you can also try to attend as many workshops as you can and make your student life better. So one more thing about Singapore is, you have multicultural people here, many international students coming to NTU to do masters and PhD. So if you are from India, you can meet many Chinese friends, Philippines, and Singaporean friends, and friends from European countries.
I'm from Malaysia.
And he's from Malaysia. I got many friends, like international friends. Networking skills, communication skills can be made better. So try to use every opportunity, either it is an online event or an offline event, join every event and make good friends. And the second thing, when you are at NTU and you are doing a coursework or a PhD program, you have few academic requirements as explained by Chunfei, academic units, qualifying examinations and publishing papers. So those are like compulsory things which you need to do. Like first things first, you are here to do courses, you are here to do research, and you are here to do something interesting for the academic career as well. So you need to do those things, but when you are in process of doing them, when you make good friend circle, When you have good friends, they can help you, they can be your mentor, as they might be facing a similar problem in their career. So you can get some kind of assistance. You're not alone here. You're not fighting the battle alone. There are many people who could be facing the similar problem or who just came out of the same problem. So try to make good friends. Your company will define how you go, how you progress. So good friend circle, not just the same language speaking or same culture, but make a diversity. Try to speak with international friends from other countries as well. Make a good company, a diversity, and I'm sure that this companies will help you in preparing for your exam, moving ahead in your career, getting a good direction in your research work as well. Well, coming to the third important point, after doing your master's program, MEng program or PhD program, you need to find a job, or you need to go for a startup, or you need to think about the next step in your career. So when this is more important, well, we have as GSE, we have a career team. Our team focused on getting the collaboration with many industrial partners who can offer an internship, who can offer a job, or who can offer some funding for any projects for the School of EEE students. So our career team has collaborated with more than 30 companies in the last year, and we are in active contact with them in knowing their openings and any other requirements, and conducting few seminars for career opportunities. Know what the company is doing and try to apply them and get a job. Apart from this, we mentor. We have a suggesting team. Our career team will also help master's students who are willing to do PhD in NTU. Maybe in NTU School of EEE, we have around 200 professors, and you can find one professor who is relevant to your PhD interests, research interests. We can also help those students, to find the approach, how to apply them and get a PhD offer in NTU. And the third thing, if you want to learn something, you need to attend workshops and seminars which give you some knowledge apart from your coursework or academic curriculum. So adding one more skill, learning Python or learning doing some machine learning or deep learning course will add into your CV. So if you want to take something interesting, do something interesting apart from academic courses, I suggest you to join a machine learning club, which is there in School of EEE Garage, where there are many new projects being floated. When you're doing a project, you get a chance to meet many new people and learn few skills from them. So these are the three suggestions. Hope it's useful for you. And me and Chunfei, we don't want to give any suggestions about what courses you want to do. You go through the description of all the courses offered in School of EEE, and you need to choose according to your interest and latest trends in the industry. So make your choice, go through the description, and think the courses according to your future work. We wish you will keep your CGPA above 3.5 and 4. We are ready to take questions from you.
Okay, thank you both for your generous sharing. I believe our audience must have obtained a lot of experience from your words. I can see some questions raised in the chat room. Maybe I select one or two. The first one from Jiaming: do we need to take the GRE if we want to apply for a PhD program as a master student of NTU?
What's GRE? Can you describe what is GRE?
GRE is the English qualification game for students from overseas. From my opinion, I think you need GRE if you want to apply for a PhD program, even if you are a master. But you can also check on the official website of your school to see the requirement of different students who apply for the PhD program. Yeah.
Yeah. From last year, they have added this new requirement.
Ah, I see. Okay. And due to the time limit, the questions you left in the chat room, we will get back to you after this event, after discussion with our speaker. Please don't worry. And thanks again for your sharing. Okay, let's move to the next school now. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Have a nice day.
Okay. So, then the last school of this session is School of Computer Science and Engineering. The speaker who is going to share is Abby. He is a third-year PhD student and studies machine learning method in spiking neural networks. Let's welcome Abby. Hi, Abby. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. If you have slides, please share your screen, or you just can start your speaking now.
I just have only one slide just to promote the SSCGSE.
Okay.
Can you see my slide?
Okay. Let me see. I cannot see your slides now. Please share again.
It's okay then. Never mind. I'll skip the slide then. It's okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me introduce myself. My name is Abhi, and I am a fourth-year PhD student with School of Computer Engineering. And before I start, I would like to see. Can I show? Can you all click the?
Sorry, Abby. Please unmute yourself now. You are
Sorry.
silenced now. Okay, we can hear you now.
Sorry. Okay, my name is Abhi, and I'm from SCSE, and I'm in my fourth year of PhD. So before I start, can I see how many all are from SCSE? Can you all click the raise your hand button so I can see how many all are from SCSE? I'll give you a couple of seconds. No one?
No, I can see some hands already raised up now. They're
Okay,
increasing
5.
now.
Okay, yeah, yes, 5, 6. Good, good. All right. All right, good. Okay. Anyway, thanks for waiting all the way until the end. Okay, the main thing is I'm not gonna cover about the course requirement or any other official requirements because in SCSE itself we have multiple disciplines from hardware, from vision to speech to all the way from machine learning. So the courses may not fit. The courses I have taken or the recommend courses I have may not fit to all your requirements. So I'll just go through a general overview on how your PhD or masters will look like in the first semester, then second semester, and the second year and third year and the fourth year. In the first semester, I would suggest you to take as many courses as possible if you do not have a particular research direction, because some students usually come with the idea of, okay, let's go learn and refine my research direction, then I can decide what I wanted to do. In that case, I would suggest you to take at least 4 courses so you can have a broader view of what you want to do. Then you can pick a narrow direction and you can make it as your research direction. But if you already have a proper research direction and you have done some work before joining this PhD or masters, you could reduce the coursework load. So what you can do is you can focus a bit more time in your research and you can start working towards your QV, or you can actually start working towards some small level conferences. So that will give you a kickstart in your first year itself. Usually, what will happen is in the first year, most of the students will be spending almost half of the time clearing the courseworks. So because you need to keep minimum GPA requirement in order to carry on with your second year and the following year research. So do spend some time on the coursework because it may take your time. Also, if you take it easy, you might have to redo some of the courses to fulfill the requirements. So do take that as serious, and also talk to students from your same lab so they can advise you on which courses you can take better that fits well with your research area. So usually what will happen, because I'm not really sure what will happen to the MSc and MEng after the completion of coursework. But in PhD, usually you will have to clear your QE within 18 months to 24 months, depending on your type of scholarship. If you are from, if you are having the NTU scholarship, usually it's 24 months. And if you have the premium scholarships like SINGA or AGS or any kind of other sponsored scholarships, usually it's 18 months. So the requirements may vary, and if you try to exceed your coursework beyond the 18 months, then you may have to rush it. So plan your QE and the coursework workload earlier on, so you'll have a better timing when you have that QE. And as many of the students in SCSE in general, I would say we all have this second year PhD fever, which is like, okay, my research is not moving anywhere. Okay, I wanted to make a decision. Is it the right decision? I'm doing a PhD, or is it like I need to go back to my past, then make another choice and don't do PhD. So those kind of confusions will come, and it's a very common confusion. And even I also had that, and my fellow friends had that. And what I did is I went and told my professor, see, professor, I'm in my second year. My research is not moving anywhere. It's a bit stagnant. You'll started getting rejection for your publications. Then it will be sometime you'll feel very down. Then I told my professor, and she said, "Oh yeah, I also had the same thing." And she also told her professor the same thing when she was in her second year. So she said, if you are in second year and if you have this kind of feeling, it's very common feeling. So don't let yourself down when you have this kind of down periods, because every single student who is a PhD student or any kind of research student, they will go through this kind of down period. So don't let yourself down. Go and talk to your professors, and go and talk to your colleagues, or even if you need a bit more mental support. NTU has NTU well-being, so you can go and talk to someone who is a real professional to help you through this emotional breakdowns. And in the third year, you will usually have this the growth again. If you have this down period, you usually have this growth again, and the final year is your wrap-up time. But I would suggest, because once you cleared your coursework, you will usually stick to your particular research direction. But when you started applying for jobs in your final year, you will realize a particular job may not suit exactly well with your particular research directions. And let's say if you are doing a research in vision, probably they require some other knowledge in NLP, or probably text as well. So I would suggest, if you are going closer to your fourth year, make sure you know at least the basic literature or the basic things that are already there in the relevant research area. I think it may fit to all the other research students as well, because if you are applying for a job, it's not always the same thing that you'll be doing what you have done in your PhD. So don't always restrict yourself to one particular direction when it comes to your final year. See, other than that, for SCSE students, we do have the graduate club, and we are doing online events these days. So everything is online, so it's a bit hard to communicate well, because I'm seeing a blank screen and talking to myself. So it's kind of like feel like I'm talking to my laptop alone. So it will be kind of like a quite normal thing for the next couple of years, probably maybe until some of you will be finishing your masters by then, when we really have this face-to-face kind of events. So try to adapt for these kind of new things, and look for the change that what you have gone through before 2020 may not be same by the time when you graduate. And other than that, this one is especially for SCSE students. And as a SSCGSE, we are doing something like a student lecture series, where the SCSE students can propose a kind of like a research topic or kind of like a research series, and they can present their work, and we will be uploading that in our YouTube channel. And in return, the students can clear some of their gap hours, because when you are in your second year, third year, you may need more time for your research, and your gap hours may not be used well when you are doing these tutorials or any other works. So we are giving you this additional platform where you can clear some of your gap hours by uploading your own research work, which will also increase your publicity. And also, when you're going for a conference, you can have an extended version in our YouTube channel as well. And the other thing is, we'll also be organizing seminars and the new career talks that will be relevant for the this COVID situation. So when you participate in our events, you can clear some of your seminar attendance requirements as well. So we are trying to support you, and we are devoting our own time to enhance the student life. So do support us. Join the SCSE, GSE as well, and also GSA also doing general events like cultural events or yeah, games or talent shows. So if you wanted to participate, you can still participate in those events as well. And if you have any general questions, feel free to ask or type in the chat box. I'll be taking some of the questions now. If not, do email us. Search for SCGSE, or you can contact any of us in that committee. That's all from my side. If you have any questions,
Okay. Thank you,
how to
Abby.
join?
Thanks for your general sharing. That's
Right.
really helpful. I can see one hand raised up now. Richen, do you have any questions, or you forgot to put down your hand? Hi, Richen. Okay. So let's see the question in the chat room first. The
That's a
first
question
one,
for GSA.
yeah, how to join sports CCA and GSA.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Let me talk about the joining SCSE GSE, because it's different. GSA is for general NTU population, NTU postgraduate students, and SCSE Graduate Students Club represents only students from School of Computer Science and Engineering. So those two are different things. So if you are asking about SESC GSC, we will be sending you emails in 1 or 2 weeks about the recruitment, and maybe you can direct the GSA questions to the GSA members. Lang Li, you want to answer about the GSA?
Okay, so for GSA, we will send you the upcoming information later. So don't worry, you will receive the email when we need to welcome new members. Okay, And another question from Yu Zhe. Due to the current COVID condition, just wondering whether the exams should be conducted in campus or online.
I cannot comment on this exam things because this is an administrative process and it may differ depending on the schools. And what I know from SCSE is some of the quizzes have been moved to online quizzes, and so you can you can consider it's going to be a hybrid kind of situation. And I think by the time you'll have a proper exam, it will be is end of the year, and I'm not really sure what the situation will be by that time. Hope that answers your question.
Okay, thanks for your sharing.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abby.
Thanks for your time and
Okay.
thanks for your patience, friends.
Okay. Okay, bye, Abby.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, now we are at the end of this session. I'd like to thank every one of you for your attendance. Hope you enjoyed today's sharing. And could you please help us with the feedback survey by scanning the QR code on screen? We hope that you are satisfied with our speaker sharing today and looking forward to your kind suggestions. And if you want to obtain more practical experience, you're also welcome to join the afternoon session from other college. There are also a great deal of useful tips provided by seniors that will apply to all graduate students. Please pay more attention to the upcoming events by GSA and hope you have an exciting and memorable experience here in the following years. If you have any more questions, please leave it in the group chat box. We'll get back to you after this event, after discussion with our speakers. And now, may I ask everyone to open your camera so we can take the screenshot of this event? Hi, everyone. Hi. Good to see you guys. Let's wait a few more seconds.
Can we have more cameras on our screen? Thank you for your cooperation. Then thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so and Sui, we can see your face now. Maybe you can make your camera higher. Okay, I can see you now. Thank you. Okay, let's please prepare to take the screenshot.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, it's done.
Thank
already.
you all.
Thank you.
That's all for this session. Thank you and bye. Bye-bye.
All right.